Comic-Con in San Diego. It's the biggest nerd event of the year. After hearing everyone talk about it, I decided it was time for me to see it for myself. Zachary Levi, no stranger to nerd culture, was kind enough to give me a lesson in all things Comic-Con. What the hell is Comic-Con?
Well, so Comic-Con is basically, there's conventions for everything. I mean, baseball cards, comic books.
Even Republicans and Democrats.
Even Republicans and Democrats, as you well know. And the comic conventions have been around for years and years. And some of them are bigger, some of them are smaller. In San Diego,
used to be just comic books.
Exactly. And then as television and movies started to kind of spawn off of those characters, as they should, those very fans, those very passionate fans, got even more into them, and the conventions grew. And because of San Diego's proximity to Los Angeles, this particular convention has kind of become the ultimate convention,
This was one of the hardest panels to get into. Quinten Tarantino's panel. I bet Jamie Foxx knows as little about this convention as I do. Your direct involvement as well. I mean, you did a television show.
I did,
right?
Chuck was really embraced by the nerd culture, particularly here at Comic-Con. Nerds didn't have a brand, and I wanted to give them one in the Nerd Machine. And then we also wanted to offer them a really amazing event. We started it last year, the Nerd HQ, and this is our second year.
And it's Nerd HQ.
Nerd
You're
HQ.
inviting all nerds to come here.
It's a free
This is
event.
their headquarters.
Exactly.
Nerd HQ.
We're offering them free video games all week long. Basically, it's all playable demos of games that aren't even on the market yet, because fans don't get that kind of access, and I wanted to give it to them. Also, we do panels called Conversations for a Cause. At Comic-Con proper, they do big panels. We do really, really small ones. They're intimate. They're an hour of Q&A, unmoderated, off the cuff for fans, and they're all for charity. So last year we raised $40,000. This year we're on track to raise $100,000.
Are you a fan of comic books like Superman?
Oh, absolutely.
DC Comics,
Yeah,
Marvel.
I grew up with all of them. And I did a panel with Stan Lee today, and I got to look the man in the eye who created the character. It was the craziest
I know
amazing
Stan
thing.
100 years.
Yeah,
An old friend.
I believe it.
Are you a nerd?
Very much so, yeah.
You're proud to be a nerd.
Absolutely.
Define nerd.
There's kind of the stereotypical nerd. Horn-rimmed glasses, pocket protector.
You don't look like a nerd.
Well, I believe that a nerd is everyone. I think that anyone is a nerd. It just is what you're nerdy about. Because I think being nerdy just means you're passionate about something. You, my friend, are a suspender and tie nerd. That's what you're passionate about. That's your trademark,
I'm
right?
a baseball nerd.
And you're a baseball nerd.
I also learned that there are zombie nerds. The Walking Dead show took over the entire ballpark in San Diego. That's Petco Park. It was turned into an obstacle course. And zombie fans got to live the experience. They gave you the choice of being a zombie or a human runner. I didn't do either one. I suppose if you're a zombie nerd, this is a dream come true. If this was a ballpark full of braces and baseball players, I would nerd out.
I think the best way to explain what Comic-Con is in your first visit here is to really meet a lot of the fans.
You are
I'm Super Elvis.
Super Elvis.
Yes.
Oh, you're Star Trek.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars. It's his first con. Give him a break. It's his first con. Oh, wow. Look at everybody.
So they're all ages, as you said.
All ages, anybody. It's just about finding what you're passionate about in life.
And do you feel kind of awkward walking around with this stupid thing on your
I
head?
don't, because everybody else is doing it.
What do you do in real life?
I interpret for the deaf.
You
That's
interpret for the
amazing.
deaf.
Yeah, sometimes.
And you're also a nerd.
Can you
you
sign
very
to the
much.
camera? Can you sign to the camera? I'm a nerd and I'm at Comic-Con. Are we gonna fight?
Strike a pose.
Larry, I don't want to hurt anybody.
Thanks for having us here,
Hey,
Zach.
thank
Thanks
you
for
so much.
inviting me down.
Thank you, Larry. It's been a pleasure.
I know many of you wait all year for Comic-Con, the costumes, the signings, the celebrities. I'm glad for the experience, but I can't see you going back. You do know it takes 20 minutes just to cross the street, right?